Good morning. Doing a little pull day. This is just my warm up. Grab this, do some delt flies, just getting the shoulders warmed up. I've already done. It's so cold. I did some. I started running and I'm like just trying to shake my hands out. That's what's super cold right now is my fingertips. And then I'm gonna start with barbell rows. Do some chin ups. Probably do 4 sets of biceps today, but we'll see. I might mess around and do some behind the neck presses. It'll be a good day. Excuse the noise, the train's going by, but I got 140 pounds on the bar, and I'm gonna use wrist straps. My hamstrings are super tight from my leg day still. That was I don't know how I felt about that. I didn't feel like my form was the best. I definitely wasn't super focused. I'm happy with the amount of reps I got, but not necessarily with the quality of them. So I'll probably take the extra 5 pounds off, and for my second set, really just focus on the form and the quality of the reps. It felt a little bit better. My second set, my pants split open. Or my second rep. Didn't split open, but popped buttons. I don't know if my zipper was dipped. Fuck, that's hard. I feel like it's more difficult with gloves on. Everything just feels a little bit more difficult when it's super cold out. Just some manual tension, neck extensions. I could do these standing up if I wanted to, but I just like laying down on the bench for a little bit. So I'm going to use a 5-pound plate. Just nice and easy, but taking some of that. I just don't want to use my arms right now. I'll still use them a little bit because the weight's not that heavy, but just to conserve some energy. I was applying a lot of manual tension for load, and then I eased up and I kind of just used the weight instead, just to lighten it a little bit. I normally actually start in an overhead press, not this position, but whatever. I also don't go all the way down to my shoulders. I go about to my neck. It's difficult without having a mirror. I'm gonna see if I like the wider grip more. I do, but that also feels just a little too wide. So I'm just gonna do some rear delt flies for as many reps as possible to failure. I'm gonna hop into barbell curls now. Oh, that sun feels good. Finally warming me up. What I like to do after hitting back is try to have a little bit, especially like ring chin-ups, is have a little bit extra time before jumping into biceps. So what I've done in the past is after my pull-ups or chin-ups, I'll do some trap bar shrugs, but I want to keep my upper traps focused on leg days versus doing them on my back day as well, just because most of the time I'll do my pull day and then I'll do my leg day. Just kind of how it falls. And sometimes I'll take a rest and I'll switch it up and do my leg day before my pull day. And I'll go legs, push, pull. It really just depends on, like, I don't stick to a strictly push, pull legs or anything. I just go based on how my body feels and how, like, if my muscles still feel sore or tight, and sometimes then I'll choose to do a lighter day. But I do hit chest or back and legs at least twice a week, sometimes maybe it'll get pushed into the next week, just depending on my schedule and rest. Since it's sunny and I'm getting kind of warmed up, I figured I would see, like, actually be able to see what my muscles are doing with the behind the neck press. So I'm going to kind of go just about where I had my grip earlier. I just watched the 2 sets of the behind the neck press. Interesting. So the one where I'm shirtless, my right side is significantly lower than my left. So I'll need to figure out, I'll probably just get a mirror out there if I do those in the future, just so I can see my form and know what I'm doing incorrectly when I'm doing it. Second takeaway, for the first set, what I thought was interesting, for my first set afterwards, I didn't feel the best. Like, my shoulder felt kind of weird. So I did the rear delt flies, and I wasn't even going to do the second set. Then I just kind of said, screw it. And I felt better in this, like, my shoulder felt better in the second set than it did in the first set, even though my form was weird. So that's something that I'll be trying to incorporate slowly and work on and get better at, because it's a fun exercise to do and it has benefits. So, yeah. I haven't done barbell curls in a long time. I've just been focusing on unilateral. I've been using dumbbells a lot. So it'll be interesting. This is the weight that I used to be able to do. 65 pounds. See how it goes, I guess. I'm a little nervous, honestly. I'm really happy with that. I realized I was moving my elbow a lot during that set, so there was a lot of shoulder my shoulder was helping out a lot. And then as soon as I realized that and I stopped using my, like doing some elbow swing, those last 2 reps were much more difficult. So I think what I'm gonna do is another set of barbell curls, just because I want to redo that. I'll probably lighten the weight and focus on form, and then I'll just do one set of hammer curls and probably some flexor work. Alright, drop the weight, so 55-pound barbell curls. I feel much better about those. Definitely the first few, like half of those reps were fairly strict. And a little bit of a different setup, but I'm gonna see how it goes. A little wobbly. I already don't like it. Whatever. I'm not a fan. So,
We'll wait here for a second. There we go. Oh my gosh. Whew. So I just ran from home, like, trailing behind. This is the second lap. At first, he didn't follow me. Then I think he realized I wasn't coming back. Oh. I'll wait for him. He's gonna be so tired after this. He's so perfect. Good boy, puppy. Tired boy. Tired boy.
I know this is said constantly, but enjoying the process. I personally, I wake up in the morning and I'm excited to exercise. It makes, like, today I was just having fun, experimenting, trying new things. And, you know, it didn't exactly go my way, and there's things I can work on, but I'm excited to be able to work on this. You know, it really is a gift to be healthy enough and mobile enough to do those things. I'm not going to feel this way my entire life. I really hope I do, but you know, that's life. Shit gets in the way. When I say shit, you have to understand, as a firefighter and EMT, I see people when they're having an emergency, when they're in crisis, when they're at their lowest, right? So that's what's going on in my brain. I'm not talking about like something awesome like kids getting in the way, because I don't think like you can always find time, but I'm talking about health issues that, like, amputations. Like, that's what I'm thinking, right? That's what's going on in my head. And so being able to have all my body parts functioning properly, and you know, I'm healthy, it's just, I wake up excited to be able to use the body that I've been given. So I enjoy the process of exercise, and am incredibly grateful and appreciative that I can do this every day. I had a really amazing time. Like, my workout, I PR'd, and I kind of failed at some stuff, but it's totally okay. Like, that's, you know, that's kind of how it is gonna be. What I PR'd in was barbell rows. It was the first time I got 140 pounds for, I think, 8 or 9 reps. And so my rep range is 8 to 12. And so I've been kind of in that 135 range. And now what I'll do is my first set, I'll start with 140 pounds. Second set, I'll probably go to 135 pounds. Or I'm not sure yet. That's probably what I'll do, but I don't want to say that for sure because it really depends on the day. And being able to, like, luckily for me, I have enough knowledge about exercise, and I've been doing this, like, for me, you know, I haven't been doing it that long, but I've also been doing it long enough, and I pay attention and I write things down, and I'm not just doing whatever I feel like. I am very intentional with exercise and have been for a few years now. So I'm able to understand, like, when I can change things up instead of having to stick to a super strict program and wonder why I can't do the same thing every single week or every single day, you know. But that just comes with experience, and I'm still learning. I don't know everything, and you know, things change.
So I'm enjoying the process. I hope you can enjoy the process with me. That is basically all I have to say. This is, I think, the longest video I've made. So I hope you enjoy. I even did a little bit of running, which was so unplanned. Like, I was going to do some, like, light plyometric work just because my legs are still super sore from a couple days ago. And I ended up just going for a little run with the pup, like having some fun in the sun. Anyways, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Thank you for watching.